guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. Do ourselves a little experiment here, guys. This gentleman 667, he says, I hooked up to my new power supply, keyed up a few times, burnout resistor R26. Well, I haven't even opened it yet. We're going to come back to that. So we're going to undo this little twisty job dealy here. And gentlemen, what we have here is a very, very poor electrical connection. We've got two pieces of what would be 12 gauge wire, twist tied together to a piece of 6 gauge wire. And it's hooked up on this long of a lead. This end of the lead is melted. This is poor. This is not safe, and this is dangerous. And so to help demonstrate this, we're going to do ourselves a little test. I got my battery terminator here, battery tester, and we've got it hooked up to the 1200 amp battery bank, which is like 10 batteries underneath the bench that rest at 12.5 volts. We're going to hook this thing up. We're going to give it a way better electrical connection than what it had when it was hooked to the back of the amplifier. We're going to make ourselves some smoke. So we're going to hook this up here, like so. And we're going to see how many amps it takes for this wire to start smoking. So let's go ahead and let's grab our carbon pile resistor here, start turning the knob up. And since I've done about 15 of these amps so far tonight, that wire's starting to sag. We're pulling 175 amps, about 100 amps, 12 volts. This wire is now soft. The wire is now getting hot, and the resistance of the wire is going up. You see that? The point behind this test was to prove that this wire is inadequately small, and that simply twisting the wires together like that around here is dangerous and will cause the amplifier to have inadequate amount of voltage that is supplied to it. So we just showed if we put a 100 amp continuous load on this wire that it becomes hot. That the maximum current that this thing can carry without failure is 200 amps. So just something to think about. Don't do this. This is dangerous and this is bad. This can cause your vehicle to burn down, or it can cause your amplifier to get damaged. All right, I'm over this now. Let's go ahead, let's pop the top on this. We're going to do a power wire upgrade on it, and then we're going to go and figure out what else is quit. So give me a few minutes, we'll have the lid off, we'll take a look at the inside. Okay, so R26 is a 10 ohm resistor right here. It's the same part number on this board because it's the same board for the most part. It's on the 667. So we go over here and we look, and this 10 ohm resistor has been removed because it was burnt. So that leads me to the conclusion that this transistor is bad. We're going to go ahead and pull and test it. I believe that I'm just going to have to pull and put a new pill. It'll be a simple fix. We went ahead and did all the power wire upgrades on this thing. So let me change out this transistor here real super fast. We'll replace that 10 ohm resistor. By the time I'm done, you'll never even be able to tell I was in here. And we're going to hook it up and test it. So give me just a second. Let's change the transistor. We'll get this done. Woo! I'm getting tired. Tired, and more tired. Okay, so listen. We gotta use 8 gauge or bigger. It just has to happen. So what we did is we went in here and we pulled the back transistor out and it was shorted. So I could beta gain match. I pulled the second transistor out, the one next to it, and it was also dead. So here's the 2 transistors I pulled out. This is the one that had the resistor attached to it, the 10 ohmer that was burned up, the R25. And then this is the one that no component detected. This one's popped so bad there's nothing. It wouldn't even detect a shorted diode. This one's got a shorted emitter to collector. So yeah, on that note, it's all fixed. 2 new transistors, power wire upgrade, ground upgrade. Everything on this thing is working just the way it should. Had to replace the delay light bulb. It was out. We've had that happen twice tonight where I thought the bulb was actually bad, and I went back here. No, the pins are making good connection. It was physically the bulb was bad on this one. Yeah, we bypassed your fuses in the back, so these no longer do anything, and then I gave you adequate power wire to actually do the job. When I talk to you on the phone, tell me what eyelets or connections you want to be able to hook to your power supply, and I'll put those on, make sure they're soldered and crimped and everything. That way we don't run into this problem again that we had. But yeah, let's go ahead and run around the band real quick, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. It's all fixed though. 1000 watt slug in peak, 1000 in average, 5 watt slug in reverse, 5 watt slug in reverse between the 2950 and of course the 667. So we're on 14 volts at the moment. It's our 20 watts. Pass-through tune's looking good. Let's go ahead and turn the power on. Got less than a quarter watt of reflect coming back, which is great. We're seeing about 625, 630 watts in peak power over there. We're seeing about 250, 280 average. Preamp's working. And let's see here. Let's play with the old dial-a-watt for a minute. Dial-a-watt's working perfect. Delay button. Perfect. That's it, man. We're done. We'll put the lid on it. I'm going to call you up and we're going to talk to you about it on the phone. And please, I was just using that first little bit of video as a dramatic representation of why we don't want to do what we had done. So these transistors are getting harder and harder to get. I can only order them 4 at a time now per week, and yeah, they're having us pay an insanely elevated price for them. So please respect the Toshibas, please. So on that note, I'm out of here. I'm gonna put the tin on it. Yeah, let me know if you want your transistors back or not, even though they're dead. Most guys want to throw them, but I have no problem sending them back. This is the match pair that went in it, 1Ks. Had a beta gain of 110 according to RF Parts' tester. Mine, they show up as beta gains of 77 and 78, so they're beta gain matched. On that note, we're done. Gentlemen, my name is BBI, and without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out, www.bbiams.com. Come find me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and right here on the YouTube Gargler. This is the first time you've ever tuned in? Take a minute, hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Another 667. Back 10-8 and straight for a guy. All right, I've got 2 more I'm going to work on today. So on that note, I think this is the last 667 or last Texas Star, at least for the today. I got a Sweet 16 and a 1 pill that I'm going to work on for a very, very good personal friend of mine that's coming up probably tomorrow. We're going to do a step-by-step demonstration on what you got to go through and what you got to do to replace the DEI transistors that are in it and replace them with the reliable Toshibas. So On that note, we're out of here. Guys, thank you. Appreciate your all support. Thank you for giving me all the projects. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.